Hey, everybody. So I just realized something happened here. Let me turn this down. I could never seem to get this this whole music thing right. I'll figure it out, though. There we go. That should be... You should be able to hear me fine, right? Oh, no, I don't. No, you can, yeah, you can hear me. Okay. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I had a little problem with my my editing software today, so I got to fix that. Silly me. But anyway, we're going to talk about this Tucker Carlson thing. This is pretty big news, and just because it kind of confirms everything we already knew. We knew they were lying to us. Here, let me fix this. Why is that music still going? Oh, because it's still going. All right, let's fix this real quick. Let's see if I can get this to the right size so it doesn't look silly. Anyway, we knew the January 6th committee lied to us and wasn't telling us the whole story. And Tucker Carlson, who got access to all that footage, it is going to start proving it to us. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I don't know if I'll get much else in. I have a few other articles up, but I want to talk about that. And I know some of you already heard about this on Monkey Show, but that's okay because I'm going to do it too. So anyway, that's it. Johnny, play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Night.
There we go. Stop the music, which has already happened. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Night on the internet. And welcome back to the P-Dog Night channel, where we tell the truth and watch selectively edited video. But if you paid attention to the January 6th committee, if you watched any of those hearings, which was just a dog and pony show, because they had a preconceived outcome, or predetermined outcome, excuse me, they are a bunch of shitheads. That's not really how I wanted to do it, but anyway, we're gonna do it. So we're gonna watch a little bit of footage that Tucker Carlson gave to us last night, and there's a lot of things trending are related to that. A lot of people reacting to that. Some people are like, "Ha! We knew it, you cheap." And so on and so forth. Oh, by the way, it's what is it? Tuesday, the 7th of March, 2023. But of course, before we do all that stuff that I just mentioned, which I didn't really get too elaborate, I'm going to say hi to the troops, everyone in the chat. So first in the chat over on Rumble's Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell? Whoops. Got to learn which button to push. Also, over there, Tyre Alexander's in the house on Rumble. Mike Savage, Blarg. And that's everybody over on Rumble. At least that's everybody who's chimed up in the chat. There seems to be 12 people watching over there. Welcome to the show. If you're new here, that's great. If you're not new, well, welcome back. So there you go. Over on YouTube, I got to say good morning also to Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell. Now, I'm not double belling it today. It's just going to be Avocados Diablo because you even beat me over there, and I had barely just clicked the button. So I'm like, damn, how did you do that? So anyway, but my favorite, excuse me. Oh my gosh, what happened? I think I'm being cursed by the devil because I'm not giving a second bell. Well, no, I'll give one to my favorite Canadian Jaeger pony too. What the hell? Also, good morning to Dr. Funkenstein's ghost. a.k.a. Tyre Alexander. Good morning to Rotten Corpse. Jonathan Peterson, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Somnambule Nation's in the house. Has been out for a while. Good morning also to Lord Stanhope. Nice to see you. Tyler F. is here. Stefania is here. Good morning, my dear. Good morning also to Mike Savage. Blarg. Maddie's in the house. Good to see you. When did that happen? There you go. And good morning also to Jimmy Das Hotep over on Rumble. I just saw you pop in there. Good morning, sir. Also, good morning to Trippy Liberty. Trip, you didn't even tell us it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, my man. Trippy put out a. I don't know how old you are, Trippy, but you dropped a photograph on Twitter yesterday. And damn, dude, you've been working. Dude, he's like showing them six-pack and got the muscles going and stuff. I'm like, damn, hope you're not my age because I should be embarrassed. But I know you're not anywhere near my age because I'm an old fucker. But anyway, I'm glad to see you. And a very, very, very happy birthday to you, sir. Rick Ashbringer's in the house. TC's in the house. Scribe Light's in the house. Dog Thrapple. Also, good morning, Papa Hotep. Nice to see you back. Septus Wolf. I think that's everybody over there. And then TC's also over on Rumble. So I'm happy to see everybody here. A lot of people who can't always drop in just because I know your schedules are tight. And I do this shit in the morning. And, it's a weird time for someone to stream every day. But I've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm happy with the time slot. So I'm going to stick with it. Let me edit this photo. God, it's... See, everything gets messed up when I don't do this right the first time. I gotta edit something real quick. Hang on just a second here. Edit and do this, and we're gonna fix that because it's all blurry and shit over there. Okay, that's much better. You can't even see what I'm doing. I'm just changing the I just noticed the thumbnail on Rumble was all jacked up because I forgot to enlarge the thumbnail before I copied it, and now it's taking forever. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I am happy to see it. Wait, LOL, I'm trying to keep in shape. Hey, you're doing a pretty damn good job of keeping in shape there, Trip. Also, good morning, Chicago Mike. Nice to see you in the chat. So, let's get into the big topic of the day, and it may be the only topic I really get to today, because as we probably already knew, most of you already knew this, the January 6th committee... Wait, what is that? What the hell is that? What is going on there? Is that on the... Hold on a second. Is that on my thumbnail? What the bloody hell is that? No, that's on the screen on Rumble. I'm like, what the... I didn't think that was on there. Okay, that was weird. Okay, let's... Anyway, I'm a little flustered right now. I'm a little flustered. Is it on the... No, that's something on Rumble. There's something going on Rumble. There's a little mark on my thing there. I don't know. Okay, anyway. We did the January 6th committee was basically a court of kangaroos, aka a kangaroo court, right? They selectively edited video, because selectively editing video is not good according to anyone who uses that language to describe Project Veritas, right? But if you think about it, all video that is edited is selectively edited. But what the January 6th committee did, they were putting on a show trial. They wanted to put forth a narrative, and they chose what the public would see, thinking that the public would never see any more than what they told you. So, Benny Thompson. I say Bernie Thompson. It's Benny Thompson, right? What the hell? I bet I did put. Did I put Benny Thompson in my tweet, or I put Bernie? I bet I put Bernie, didn't I? Yes, I did. It's Benny. Oh well, whatever. By the way, thank you to the people who retweeting the show or promoting the show through Twitter. Somnambule Nation, Scribe Light, Maddie, and who else ever tweeted it. Please do the things that I ask, that everyone asks you to do. Hit the like button, share the show, share the stream. Put a comments in the comment section if you're watching a replay, and you can sponsor the show at pewdogdiet.live. That's Streamlabs link, or YouTube super chats, etc. Things like that. It's all in the description. But let's just talk about this January 6th committee now. Julie Kelly at American Greatness has already got a video out about what Tucker Carlson did with the access to the footage that Kevin McCarthy gave him after the January 6th committee did not disseminate the 40,000 hours of video to the public because they thought there would be a security issue. But with a new sheriff in charge of the House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy decided that he would allow the Tucker Carlson Tonight show to access the 40,000 hours of video. And what they found just basically tells you how selectively the January 6th committee curated their video. Of course, they brought in a TV producer to put all their video and stuff together, and so it was just a big old production because they had a singular task of making this look like it was something that it was not, aka the biggest word that they like to say, insurrection. And it wasn't an insurrection. It was a somewhat contentious riot outside a building. And once the people got inside the building, which, they didn't show a whole lot of footage inside the building. They loved to show all that stuff that was going on outside, but they didn't show what was going on inside the building. And inside the building, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It was, hairy situation in the building. Oh, wait, what? What was that? It looked like a Girl Scout meeting inside. Okay, not a Girl Scout meeting, but it was not, it just wasn't what they tried to describe it as. And the reality of it is, if you watched, and because I was watching a lot of live feeds the day of that event, and really, things didn't get crazy outside so much. At least a lot of the stuff happened when the police started throwing flashbangs into the crowd. And that's really got the crowd riled up. Now, there was some stupid stuff going on, but the fighting with the police, it was interesting how that started. But anyway, let's just go to the article that I have pulled up here first, because this one's going to be, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is that? Damn. Oh, there is some breaking news. Just it's not January 6th related. Jerome Powell is trending number one right now. Jerome Powell is, what is he, the Treasury Secretary? What is he? No, he's not the treasurer. He's the head of the Federal Reserve, I think. Anyway, Jerome Powell to testify to Congress on outlook for rates, inflation, Fed chair. Oh yeah, the chair of the Fed. Chair of the Fed's appearance offers an opportunity to shape policy expectations ahead of the March meeting. And one of the reasons he's trending. What does this have to do with Jerome Powell? Oh, ooh, god damn. Okay, I get it. Anyway, the news that's coming out right now, Fed Chair Jerome Powell tells Congress the central bank could raise interest rates more than anticipated to tame inflation. Now, that's not good. Now, we already knew that they were talking about having a rate hike. But the rate hike kind of hurts people like me who have a loan that's kind of related to the Fed rate. So I'm not happy about this. This is going to cost me some money if they keep doing this. And we've already curbed our spending because shit costs too much. And you can't help but curb your spending because everything costs too much. So anyway, real estate is wrecked. Yeah, more rates. Oh, good morning, H.P. Lovecraft, by the way. So anyway, that's why Jerome Powell is trending. But that's the only thing that's trending that's not already something I've already put in the docket. Let's go into this thing about Tucker Carlson, because it's going to take up a lot of time, a lot of video to look at today, and I'm going to react to some of it. Some of it I've at least heard, because I was listening to Ranting Monkey while I was at work, and he kind of went through all this, but I'm going to just give you my own 2 cents. Some of you haven't seen some of this. Some of you have. Bear with me if you have. Hopefully I'll have at least something interesting to say about this stuff. So let's start with this article from Julie Kelly, who's been the most prolific reporter on the January 6th, whatever you want to call it, the narrative, and the January 6th people who are being prosecuted and whatnot. She has been, Julie Kelly at American Greatness has probably been the one reporter who has completely covered this story. So she is this article about the clips on Tucker Carlson secret surveillance video dismantles January 6th narrative. I'm running out of similatives for walking very quickly here. Need more caffeine. A rate stroll. Can we have a rate stroll? Can we have a rate forced march? Can we have? We're gonna have a rate shuffle. How about that? Did you say shuffle yet? A rate shuffle. We will shuffle along. Anyway, Fox News host Tucker Carlson aired the first set of previously unseen video captured by Capitol Police security cameras on January 6, 2021. That undermines several aspects of the reigning narrative about what happened that day. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Republican of California, last month gave Carlson's team, quote, unfettered access to 41,000 hours of footage the government kept hidden from the American public and individuals charged in the Justice Department's unprecedented and ongoing investigation into the events on January 6th. Capitol Police and the Justice Department designated the recordings as highly sensitive material. On March 2021, the trove remains under tight protection orders and defendants must agree to strict rules before gaining access to clips entered as evidence against them. Now, why? Oh, I just figured out why that shit was so loud. This thing's all the way up. I must have just moved my monitors around. Tell me if this, by the way, tell me if this, I'm going to play this just to see if this is a little better. No, I don't want to record. I want to test the widgets. Let's test, this is just a test widget here. Is that a little better? That was so loud. That's why I had this up too loud. Okay, there you go. Anyway, first donation of the day while I'm at it, since I'm testing things. Thank you, Jimmy Dots Hotep. And Jimmy Dots Hotep, you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day, who says, FTG, for those new here, that stands for F those guys, F those gals, F that group, F them mother effers. FTG, especially unelected government like Jerome Powell, they are using unelected government to hurt citizens through raised interest rates. You are spot on, sir. You are spot on. Absolutely. Yeah, they're motherfuckers anyway. But anyway, thank you for being the superstar sponsor of the day so far. Oh, new name in the chat. Sandalphon 777, the U.S. federal government is now officially organized crime. Well, what do you mean now? Anyway, also good morning, Anna Lynn. Johnny Hellcat, the original viewer of the Morning Night Live. He was first. You talk about first. Johnny Hellcat was first. Him and Hey Camel were the only two watchers of the show for probably the first week. Well, not the whole first week. People started jumping in by then. Chicago Mike was in like 5 or 6 days in, and there's a few others who were there right from the beginning. So thank you, Johnny Hellcat, Chicago Mike, those who've been here all 4 years. Love you, brothers. All right. Anyway, let's get back to this article. Yeah, now. Exactly. That's what I said. Now they have been. So Capitol Police turned over to the FBI roughly 14,000 hours of video covering the hours of noon and 8 p.m. on January 6th. But the full 24-hour reel has been in the hands of the House Democrats for 2 damn years. Hey, Cal says I still claim that I was first. Well, I'm glad to see you here too, brother. All right. So anyway, reportedly the footage that Carlson's team was authorized to view, the footage that the Democrats, Benny Thompson and company, the committee and whatever, have had this footage for 2 years. And in fact, The whole House of Representatives hasn't even been shown much of this footage. They only got the little produced, selectively edited, clips that the committee put out. So anyway, Carlson exposed falsehoods that bolster key animating aspects. Animating? That's a weird word. Of January 6th, including the movements of Jacob Chansley, also known as the, what do you call him? QAnon shaman. The activity of still uncharged agitator Ray Epps, the death of Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, alleged reconnaissance tours conducted by House Republicans the day before, the escape of Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, the overall deceptiveness of the January committee. Taken as a whole, the video record does not support the claim that January 6th was an insurrection, Carlson explained. In fact, it demolishes that claim, and that's exactly why the Democratic Party and its allies in the media prevented you from seeing it. Well, the media hasn't seen it either. Now, here's the thing, too. A lot of people are mad that Kevin McCarthy handed over this footage or handed over access to this footage just to Tucker Carlson. Oh, they only handed it over to Fox News. You know what? I'm curious if anyone else in the media has requested this footage, because they don't seem to have a really strong interest in showing it anyway. So who cares if they hand it over to just Tucker Carlson? Because you mother effers, can I swear yet? Are we deep enough into the stream that I can swear? Because this is really hard. I don't know. Where are we at? I'm not gonna take any chances. I'll wait until a little later. They don't care. They don't want to show it. And in fact, the fact that they're complaining about Tucker Carlson getting it, showing some of the video, just should tell you that they don't want you to see any of this. And that's the problem. Anyway, at least 9 police officers escorted Jacob Chansley, the so-called QAnon shaman, throughout the building that afternoon. Some even opened doors so Chansley could access rooms inside the Capitol. Chansley was recorded inside the Senate chambers, where he led a prayer and thanked law enforcement. So here's these videos that they put up here. We're going to play each one of them today. So here's the Jacob Chansley video, the one that they're talking about. Here's Carlson and showing this.
Dangerous conspiracy theorist.
This is this guy right here. This guy. Oh, you can't see my cursor. This guy right here. That's Jacob Chansley, a.k.a. the QAnon shaman. Now, also, you know what's funny? A lot of people said he was carrying a weapon while he was going through this building. It's interesting. I don't see a weapon. I see him carrying a flag. Is that a weapon? Anyway, by the way, this is the guy that got 4 years. 4 years. And probably just because he was the easiest one to spot. But anyway, here we go.
Outlandish costume, who led the violent insurrection.
Democracy.
For these crimes, Chansley was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison.
4 years.
Many violent criminals now receive. What did Jacob Chansley do to receive this punishment? To this day, there is dispute over how Chansley got into the Capitol building. But according to our review of the internal surveillance video, it is very
so he's
clear
walking around, and look, he's got 2 guys followed. Do they look like they're trying to stop him? Do they look like they're trying to stop him?
Virtually every moment of his time inside the Capitol was caught on
with
tape.
him.
The tapes show that Capitol Police never stopped Jacob Chansley.
They're not even trying to stop him.
They acted as his tour guides.
Look, this guy watched.
Here's video of Chansley
that guy's checking the door for him. It's like they're giving him a damn guided tour.
Capitol Police officers take him to multiple entrances
and
even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley.
Look at this. Okay, wait, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 officers, 11 officers. There's another one right there. 11 officers around the insurrectionist, the QAnon shaman. No one's trying to stop him. No one's trying to arrest him. What? Why? Interesting.
One of them even tried to slow him down. Chansley understood that Capitol Police were his allies.
Look.
Video
They're
shows
just
him
walking
giving
with him.
thanks for them in a prayer on the floor of the Senate.
Look at him. Okay, wait a minute. He was thanking them. He did a prayer thanking them.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us in the building.
Notice his verbiage. Allow us in the building. Now,
contrast the reality of what Jacob Chansley did in the Capitol building on January 6th.
All right, so now, when he says allowed them in the building, there's a reason he said that. And Tucker Carlson did not show this particular video, but I believe, is this the guy who had it? I have it right here. Allowed them in the building. Hang on, now watch. This is when they're first coming into one area of the Capitol building. Listen carefully to what happens here. Now, this is not video from the January 6th committee. This is someone else's video, but this video has been out there for months. I saw this video maybe a year ago. I know I've seen this before. Good morning, Syria. Damn it. Saraya Wright. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Here's when he says he'd like to thank these officers for letting them in the building. This is the video this is what he's talking about.
Everybody, listen up. The police here are willing to work with us and cooperate peacefully, like our first.
Now, by the way, if you're wondering where he is, now this guy is telling them the police are willing to work with us as long as we cooperate. This guy right here, see this little looks like a raccoon tail right there? That is the QAnon shaman right next to him. That's why he's thanking them for letting us in the building. Let's listen.
This amendment allows gather more Americans under the condition that they will come and gather peacefully to discuss what needs to be done to save our country.
One other or the other. You need a show. You understand? To show us no attacking, no assault, remain calm.
No attack. So he's giving them the rules for coming in the building. Oh, sure, you're right. It looks like this looks like one of those names someone would be named in the hood. I'm sorry. Sure, you're right. I got you. Okay. Thank you for phonetically spelling that out for me. Anyway, this guy is giving the rules for coming in the building.
We're going to be heard. Everybody, this must be peaceful.
This has to be peaceful. We have the right to peacefully assemble.
So the officers gave them the rules for coming into the building. Ha! That's why he's thanking them. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. American Greatness first reported Chansley's peaceful interaction with Capitol Police officers on May 2021. Chansley spent more than 300 days in solitary confinement conditions under court-ordered pretrial detention. 300 days, almost a year in solitary confinement, awaiting charges, okay? They hadn't even charged him yet. And he finally was offered a plea deal. Okay, before finally accepting an offer to plead guilty to the non-violent offense of obstruction of an official proceeding. In announcing his sentence on November 2021, U.S. District Court Judge Boyce Lamberth described Chansley, a Navy veteran with no criminal record and a history of mental disorders, as the epitome of January 6th and insisted his conduct was horrific. Chansley was not charged with a violent crime. He is currently serving a 41-month prison term. Wow. American Greatness has also covered the lies about what happened to Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, first raising doubts about the account of his death as early as February 2021. The media, Justice Department, leading Democrats, and the January 6th Select Committee claimed Sicknick died as a result of scuffles with protesters that afternoon. But Carlson played a never-before-seen video of Sicknick walking around inside the building after he died, according to Democrats. I'm sorry. after the alleged attack where he appears to be healthy. A man from New Jersey, Julian Cater, pleaded guilty to spraying Sicknick with pepper spray after spending 18 months in the D.C. gulag, and he was sentenced to 6 years in prison. So here's that video. I got it here. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Oh yes, here it is. Here's the Brian Sicknick video.
And several police officers in the meantime.
But Brian Sicknick should not be reduced
by the
to
way,
a prop.
that line right there, that was Joe Biden talking about January 6th. And the sentence he says that you don't quite hear, you hear it in the full video, but I'm not going to play the full video of Tucker Carlson. I'll leave you a clip of it though. He was saying that the insurrection that killed several police officers. That's what Joe Biden said. The insurrection that killed several police officers were killed. Joe, not a single police officer was killed on January 6th. And none of them were killed by the insurrectionists. Joe, you lying piece of dung beetle food. Okay, here we go.
And several police officers in the meantime.
But Brian Sicknick should not be reduced to a prop for the political ambitions of the Democratic Party.
Yes.
He was a human being. The fact
yeah, he was laid in state. Remember this? They put laid in state. He was cremated, which was not his family's wishes. They cremated him and laid his ashes in state as if he died in protecting the Democrats. The House of Representatives. I should say he kind of does protect the Democrats because they keep using him as a shield. But anyway.
His life matter, including how he died. To this day, media accounts describe Sicknick as someone who was, quote, slain on January 6th. The video we reviewed proves that is a lie. Here is surveillance
We all know.
footage.
Wait, we already know it's a lie. We all know it's a lie. First of all, I know they held it out of the public eye, but he died of a stroke the day after January 6th. But anyway.
Of Sicknick walking in the Capitol after he was supposedly murdered by the mob outside.
But he was murdered.
By all appearances, Sicknick is healthy and vigorous. He's wearing a helmet, so it's hard to imagine he was killed by a head injury.
Didn't get a head injury.
Whatever happened to Brian Sicknick was very obviously not the result of violence he suffered at the entrance to the Capitol. This tape overturns the single
look at all these people just mobbing around him inside the Capitol. They look like they're out for blood. Holy moly, they're just agitated and fired up. Boy, look at them people, other people in here. Oh, wait, no, they're calmly walking out.
Powerful and politically useful lie the Democrats have told us about January 6th. And it was indeed a lie. The January 6th committee knew perfectly well that Brian Sicknick was walking normally through the Capitol.
Yes, because they had the footage. They had the damn footage. All right, so back to the story here. Infamous infamous provocateur Ray Epps, contrary to his sworn testimony, remained on restricted grounds for at least a half hour past the time he told the committee that he'd left the scene. We do know he lied to investigators, Carlson said. Epps accompanied a group of protesters who first breached the exterior boundary of the Capitol on the west side before 1 p.m. on January 6th. The new surveillance video proves he stayed on what is considered a restricted area for nearly 2 hours. Why this guy has never been arrested is unbelievable. Because Monkey pointed out this morning, there's a trial going on right now for like 5 Proud Boys who were not at the Capitol on January 6th. They never went into the Capitol building. In fact, one of them, the leader, what's his name? Tario. I can't think of his name. Something Tario. He wasn't even there because he got arrested earlier that day. But they're trying them for inciting the violence. But where Ray Epps, well, let's just watch the Ray Epps clip here. It's this one. Here we go. Ray Epps. Everyone knows Ray Epps. Who is Ray Epps? He's this guy.
Go into the
Go into the Capitol.
Under public pressure, the January 6th committee finally interviewed Ray Epps.
Oh, they interviewed
Epps
him.
Told the committee that
Enrique
he never
Tarrio,
entered
yeah.
the Capitol and therefore never committed a crime. His text messages showed that at 2:12 p.m., he boasted.
Yeah, this is that moment where he, remember they had the barrier out there and they had a couple officers stand out there. And as soon as he whispers into this guy's ear, then this guy goes straight over the barrier and they knock the barriers down. Like it's almost like he was instructing them. He was leading the charge. He was, well, listen, hear it from his own words.
His nephew that he had, quote, orchestrated.
He orchestrated
it.
I orchestrated it. He told the committee, the email, whatever text, where he said, I orchestrated it. And he's still free. Free. Well, not free falling. He's free like a bird. He's a free bird. He's free like a bird. I'm like a bird. I'm gonna fly away. Yeah, I got a bunch of songs in my head for that one. Anyway.
He admitted he helped get people there. Yet, curiously, congressional Democrats consider Ray Epps
they're
an
not
ally,
curious
not
at
an
all.
Insurrectionist. Tonight, we can tell you that at the very least, Ray Epps lied in his sworn testimony.
Oh, he
to the
lied?
January 6th
Oh,
committee.
no.
Epps testified that when he sent the text messages to his nephew, he had already left the Capitol grounds to return to his hotel room.
And yet?
That is not true. The surveillance footage we found
There he
shows that,
is.
in fact, Ray Epps remained at the Capitol
There he
for at
is.
least another half an hour.
So he said he had already left the Capitol grounds when he sent those text messages. And yet, 2:41 p.m. Well, let's look. What time? Let's see. Did they say what time the text messages were? It doesn't say, but they know that it was 30 minutes later. So at 2:10 is when he sent these text messages. But at 2:41, there's Ray Epps right there. Right there. He lied his ass off. He lied his ass off.
For half an hour.
In fact, look, he's right there in the crowd where everyone's this and that and yada yada and baba baba and discum baba.
You're seeing that on your screen now. What was Epps doing there? We can't say, but we do know that he lied to
He
investigators.
lied his ass
The January
off.
6th committee likely knew this too. Democrats had access to the same.
So not even lying in front of he didn't get a charge for lying to Congress. I wonder if the current House leadership could go back and maybe have him, what is it? Perjury for lying to Congress? Because he lied. Clearly he lied. He was there. They have footage. The January 6th committee knew he lied. And yet, for some reason, Ray Epps is their ally. Why would Ray Epps be their ally? Why are they so protective of Ray Epps? Is there something that the committee knows that the general public doesn't? Kind of like these videos.
Same tape, yet they defended Ray Epps. No honest investigation would do that. But the point of the January 6th committee was never to investigate anything.
Ding!
The point.
Ding! It sure wasn't. It sure wasn't their that was not their thing. It wasn't their thing. All right. Keep going here. During one televised hearing, the January 6th Select Corrupt Committee aired a very brief clip of Josh Hawley leaving the Senate chambers, a video designed to show Hawley was fearful of the alleged insurrectionists after raising his fist in support of the crowd prior to the start of the joint session. Journalists and those in attendance at the July 2022 hearing laughed in response. Now, wait a minute. Well, they laughed? I thought this was the worst. Oh, hang on. Let's just get there first. I'm going to get there. Remember, this is the worst. This is the worst attack on U.S. democracy since, well, they said this, what did they say? The Civil War, since War of 1812, something like that. Like they skipped over 9/11 even. They compared it to 9/11. Benny Thompson compared this to slavery and the KKK. They compared this to Pearl Harbor. They compared this to 9/11. They compared this to the burning of the Capitol in 1812. Of course, they skipped over when the Puerto Rican Nationals shot 5 congressmen in the chamber itself. That didn't count because, that wasn't really that wasn't so bad compared to, oh my gosh, the insurrection. So anyway, so that famous clip is a sham, edited deceptively. Oh, deceptively edited. Where does that come? That sounds familiar. By the January 6th committee, Carlson said the clip was propaganda, not evidence. Carlson explained the full recording shows numerous lawmakers being ushered out. So here's that clip by Tucker Carlson. Is it this one? Wait, is this one? Must be this one. Let's try it. Yes, Josh Hawley. Here's the clip.
When the committee wasn't accusing Republican office holders of planning riots on January 6th, it was accusing them of running away from those riots like cowards. In the case of Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, the committee and their allies accused him of both. Josh Hawley is
Okay. Now that who that was, isn't it? What's that dude's name? That's the super officer that has been testifying over and over and over. Jay Pylon's in the house. Nice to see you. What's this dude's name? Michael Fanone. This is the guy who just would take any interview that he could right after this happened. He did get injured during this, and oh my gosh, he's milked this all it's worth. But anyway,
to prove that Josh Hawley was a coward, the committee released video of him loping out of the building on the afternoon of January 6th.
Oh, he was running from the. Now I've heard it's. You know what's funny about this? This is one that I've heard over and over and over. Right? That because they have the picture of him with the fist up, right? But they kept talking about him running from the protesters, and I've never seen the video. But this is finally, so I'm seeing this. This is how they presented it, and I just said, well, if it was an insurrection, shouldn't anybody be running from them? But so anyway, so they have this showing him being a coward, right?
The tape became a staple on social media. Democrats laughed with derision.
Later that day, Senator Hawley
now watch
fled
this.
After those protesters he helped to rile up stormed the Capitol. See for yourself.
Now, these are journalists, and some are members of the House. He's running away from the insurrectionists, and they're laughing about it. That's quite odd. Hello, Emmanuel Presley. What's up? They're laughing about it. But if this is the worst insurrection, this is the worst attack on U.S. democracy since the Civil War, why would you be laughing at this? Even if he did throw a fist at him, shouldn't he be fearful, or they just think it's funny? Why are they laughing?
But in fact, the surveillance footage we reviewed shows that famous clip was a sham.
That's everybody.
Deceptively by the January 6th committee.
Look at all those people running.
Not evidence.
Look at all those people running.
Actual videotape.
Look at all those people running.
One of many lawmakers being ushered out of the building by Capitol Hill police officers.
That's the Capitol Hill police.
And in fact, Hawley was at the back of the pack. The coward tape was a lie.
Oh my God! Now you say that Project Veritas deceptively edits shit. Look at this again. Wait, I'm gonna go back. Look at let's count how many people Congress critters ran through there. We'll try to see if we can count them. Okay, here we go.
But
1, 2, 3, 4 there.
In fact, the surveillance footage we reviewed shows
6,
that
7,
famous clip was a sham, edited deceptively by the January 6th
9,
committee.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Not evidence. The actual
16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
many lawmakers
21,
being
22,
ushered out of the building by Capitol Hill
and
police
23.
officers. And in fact, Hawley was at the back of the pack.
24. So all those other people were running as fast as they could, and Hawley was just moving. They were just moving him out. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Oh, Chosen One, you died at January 6th. I'm so sorry. Let's have some sad music for the Chosen One died. Okay. Yeah. So that
tape was a lie. One of many from the January 6th
So the
committee.
January 6th committee lied their ass off.
One of many.
All right, so continuing on here. And as American Greatness report on May 2022, accusations about reconnaissance tours. Now, you've heard this one, too, that, Republican lawmakers were giving people tours of the Capitol on January 6th. Oh, wait. Here's a shocker for you. The surveillance video reviewed showed that this story, too, was a lie. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, and that's, oh gosh, it's Madam. Oh my gosh. I forgot that Madam was, y'all, so, you know that, what's that, remember that, what's that doll? Is it Jayapal that I call Madam? Yeah, I call her Madam. He was a puppet guy, and he passed away a few years ago. Comedian with a puppet called Madam, the wooden puppet. That's what Jayapal reminds me of. Anyway.
Since the War of 1812.
At one point, the January 6th committee publicly accused Republican Congressman Barry Laudermilk of Georgia
Waylon Flowers,
of leading a reconnaissance mission through the Capitol building the day before.
So
they were looking for some.
Okay, wait. So this is them. Remember, this is the big story. Oh, they were giving them reconnaissance of the Capitol building, right? The Capitol building. Remember the words Capitol building. Listen carefully here.
The Capitol building the day before.
They were looking for some member of Congress that was involved in all this.
The surveillance tape that we reviewed shows this story is a lie, and the Democrats on the committee knew it was a lie when they told it.
Yes.
The so-called reconnaissance mission Democrats alleged was nothing more than Congressman Laudermilk giving a guided tour to his constituents from Georgia, none of whom were, quote, insurrectionists.
None of them were there, insurrectionists. And, wait a minute, wait for it.
Laudermilk didn't even take the group inside the Capitol building. They walked through a congressional...
Whoa, wait, what? What? Wait, what did he just say? Did he, what? What? Laudermilk, what?
Didn't even take the group inside
Didn't even take the group inside the Capitol building? How can you do reconnaissance of the Capitol building if you don't take them inside the Capitol building? Oh, wait. January 6th committee lied their asses off.
Congressional office building down the street.
They was in the congressional office building. Oh, wait a minute. He took them through the congressional office building? Isn't that where they killed AOC? The insurrectionists killed AOC? In fact, didn't they kill her like 5 times in the congressional office building? Then, oh my goodness, then that must have been reconnaissance for the congressional office building. Oh, good Lord. Hello, Tex AGOO. Evan. Waylon Flowers had a show to balance out the gayness. It took one of the land sisters. Yeah, Waylon Flowers, you could see his lips move too, because he wasn't a ventriloquist. He was a puppeteer. So, yes, Waylon, whatever his name, Waylon Flowers and Madam. And I always, Giant Paul, especially if you see like a 3/4 view of Giant Paul, you'll know exactly what I mean. Anyway.
The FBI totally cleared them. The committee knew this before they actually made their accusations.
They knew this
against me.
Before they made the accusations. Before they made the accusations, they already knew the FBI had cleared this, and they never went in the Capitol building. Huh. Well, those must have been the people that killed AOC.
This story that would, fit where they wanted the evidence to lead.
Despite the video evidence they possessed proving it wasn't true, the committee included the lie
okay, that's got cut off there. They included the lie in their report. It's in the congressional fucking record. And it was a lie. So anyway, additional video showed protesters walking throughout the building and even picking up items on the floor. While acknowledging a small percentage were hooligans, Carlson aired unseen video footage of individuals respecting police and rope lines, but the overall majority, weren't what? Oh, they weren't hooligans. They were peaceful and orderly and meek. They were not insurrectionists. They were sightseers, which is basically the people inside who went inside the building were just basically looking around, taking selfies, taking photos. So Carlson's going to present more footage on a show tonight, including an interview with U.S. Capitol police officer, the agency in charge of security, on January 6th. Now, they also did an interview. They did a couple of interviews during this show. I didn't really see the whole thing. I've just seen these clips so far, so I may go back and watch it. I wonder what this is. Wait, what's this?
With that, here's the video.
Let me see.
It doesn't answer every question from January 6th.
Oh, hang on a sec. Let me see what this. Let's take a look at this report, because I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, we saw that one. Oh, we're going to pause on that one because I'm going to show you. Nancy Pelosi is trending, and I got a kick out of this. Let's see what this video they put out here is. How much time? I got plenty of time. We're good. All right, let's check this video too that they put at the end of this article. Some of it may be the same footage, but we'll still watch it anyway.
Reporting. With that, here's the video. It doesn't answer every question from January 6th. Far from it. But it does prove beyond doubt the Democrats in Congress, assisted by Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney, lied about what happened that day. They are liars. That is conclusive, and that fact should prevent them from ever being taken seriously again. We're going to begin tonight with footage that shows you what was actually happening inside the Capitol. The footage does not show an insurrection or a riot in progress. Instead, it shows...
I'm thinking this is the same video. This is... Oh, no, we'll keep watching this. Hang on. We'll show you this much so far.
It shows police escorting protesters through the building, including the now infamous QAnon shaman. Watch. These are the pictures you've seen of January 6th.
They're
familiar
insurrection!
Because they've been playing on a loop on every media outlet in America for the last 2 years. There's a reason for that. But it turns out there's quite a bit of video you haven't seen.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's just stop right there. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 officers just stand there. Do they look like they're trying to stop these people from coming in? There's
quite a bit of video
Not at all.
You haven't seen. And that video tells a very different story about
oh
what
my gosh, they're
happened on
building. Look at
January 6th.
he's
more than
picking that
40,000
up.
hours of surveillance footage from.
Wait, are those? What the hell was that? Were those? Hang on. Look, there's police officers walking through, and these guys are standing. Look at all these police officers walking through. What are these guys doing? Look at
more
this.
Than 40,000
right here.
Hours.
Look at all these. Those are all police officers they're showing go through there, and they're not stopping any of these people. They're not even talking to them.
Surveillance footage from in and around the Capitol have been withheld from the public. And once you see the video, you'll understand why. Taken as a whole, the video record does not support the claim that January 6th was an insurrection.
Look, they're just walking through, the police just talking to them.
And that's exactly why the Democratic Party and its allies in the media prevented you from seeing it. By controlling the images you were allowed to view from January 6th, they controlled how the public understood that day. They could lie about what happened, and you would never know the difference. Those lies had a purpose. They created a pretext for a federal crackdown on opponents of the Uniparty in Washington.
Our office wanted to ensure that there was shock and awe, that we could charge as many people as possible.
Listen to what this guy says. Listen to what he just said. Our office wanted to ensure
opponents of the Uniparty in Washington.
Our office wanted to ensure that there was shock and awe, that we could charge as many people as possible.
Huh.
The first thing you notice from viewing the full video...
Now there's QAnon shaman walking in. What's fascinating, too, I'm looking at this. Now, this is after these assholes over here broke the windows, which was stupid. Real quick, thank you, Chicago Mike, putting a big bullet in the tip jar. You also are...
You are
the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day, who says, doesn't AOC suffer from PTSD from January 6th? This after she died and was sexually abused. Afterwards, the British came in and set the Capitol building on fire. Just kidding, YouTube. That was 1812. Do not go after Marty for misinformation. Yes, please don't go after me for misinformation. It was, besides, it was the War of 1812, but I think it was 1813 when they set the building on fire. Okay, I don't even know. That's not something. But yes, this is absolutely, she does absolutely suffer PTSD from being killed on January 6th. Thank you, Chicago Mike. Appreciate it. So yeah, this is after these dickheads over here broke the window. Is my cursor still? Can you still see my cursor? You can't really. Why is it only? It selectively edits my cursor. I didn't know. Anyway,
the first thing you notice from viewing the full...
But there's the QAnon shaman, first time walking in the building, and then they get to one point where they tell them, here's the rules.
Full video record of January 6th is just how many people entered the Capitol building that day. Hundreds and hundreds of people, possibly thousands, over the course of about 2 hours.
They're looking pretty like the
orderly
crowd
there, was
too.
enormous.
It's weird.
A small percentage of them were hooligans. They committed vandalism. You've seen their pictures again and again.
Well, they say some of them hit police with bats and shit too. Let's not just say they. I mean, they were Yeah, they were hooligans. They were rioters. They were, the dickheads who probably should be charged with some shit. But not the old ladies who wandered into the building and just looked around. That's the difference.
But the overwhelming majority weren't. They were peaceful. They were
look,
orderly.
He was just picking up a flyer.
These
Look
were
at
not
that.
insurrectionists. They were sightseers. Footage from inside the Capitol overturns the story you've heard about January 6th. Protesters queue up in neat little lines. They give each other tours outside the Speaker's office. They take cheerful selfies and they smile. They're not destroying the Capitol. They obviously revere the Capitol. They're there because they believe the election was stolen from them. They believe in the system. Here's the man you've heard referred to as the QAnon shaman outside the Senate chamber.
Just taking pictures.
These are not rioters. These are people who wandered over from a political rally.
We will not let them.
Okay, I'm going to skip Donald Trump speaking only because I want to keep my channel. I get in trouble every time I show him speaking.
They walked down Pennsylvania Avenue, where organizers had secured a federal permit.
That's something I didn't even know. When Donald Trump said we're going to walk over to the Capitol and peacefully let them know what we're talking about here, whatever they went over there for, they had a designated area that they had a permit for to go have their rally. Now, what happened is when Ray Epps and his dumbass little crew broke down the barriers on the one side of the Capitol that is the direct line from the ellipse, because these people walked 1.5 miles. It's like a 40-minute walk from the ellipse to the Capitol. And they walked this whole stretch, right? It was like a march. They had a designated area that they had a permit for to have their rally. They were supposed to have the rally at the Capitol. So what's wild is that, all of a sudden there's all these people breaking in, starting to cause, breaking into the Capitol area, causing shit before all those people got there. Clearly not in that that designated area that they had reserved. That's something I did not know until I saw this video. Again, here, listen to it.
The rally, they walked down Pennsylvania Avenue, where organizers had secured a federal permit to hold a legal...
They had a federal permit to hold a legal rally on the Capitol grounds.
Rally on the grounds of the Capitol.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Peacefully and patriotically. That sounds like go beat up some police officers, doesn't it? It sounds just like that. Yeah, you go peacefully and patriotically go whoop some ass over there. No, that's not what he said. It's sure sounded like it. And that's, of course, you never saw that little part of the clip from his speech in the January 6th committee, did you? I I don't think so. I don't think you shot at over there. It just said that's something you shot. I don't. Yeah.
Once at the Capitol building, things began to get chaotic. Capitol police officers fired tear gas into the crowd.
Yeah, that's the other part. So the Capitol Police had to know in advance that there was an area where this rally had a permit, and yet they've got tear gas and flashbangs they're firing into the crowd. So you got to wonder, why would you see where I'm going here? Do you think it's there's got to be something planned there? They wanted chaos. It's crazy. Oh, it's International Women's Day. Is it today? It might be. So yeah, unreal.
A few at the front of the herd broke windows. Someone opened the door.
Yeah, at the front of the herd. Huh. Oh, this is how QAnon Shaman got it. These assholes who broke the window and opened the door from here. That's how they got it. Because this is the door that QAnon Shaman and that group came in with. Here, I'll go back just a little bit here.
Someone opened the doors, and many hundreds of others just walked in.
They're going to make that the story.
Of course, they did make it the story. And at the center of it, the single most famous person arrested that day was a Navy veteran from Arizona called Jacob Chansley, often referred to as the QAnon Shaman.
The so-called QAnon Shaman.
QAnon Shaman.
Someone named Q Shaman.
Jacob Chansley became the face of January 6th, a dangerous conspiracy theorist dressed in outlandish costume who led the violent insurrection to overthrow American democracy. For these crimes, Chansley was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison, far more time than many violent criminals now receive. What did Jacob Chansley do to receive this punishment? To this day, there is dispute over how Chansley got into the Capitol building.
Well, no, I don't know why there's dispute. We know how he got in the Capitol. We just saw the video. They had a video of how he got in there. Some idiots who broke into the Capitol opened the door, and he was among the people who came in the door where they broke him the door. So that's an easy now that we've seen the footage. I mean, he showed it a couple times, actually.
But according to our review of the internal surveillance video, it is very clear what happened once he got.
So we know what now we know how he got in, and now we know what happened after he got in. He was escorted around the building by police officers. Thank you, Chicago Mike, for sponsoring the show one more time to YouTube Super Chats. Dropping a 5-spot in the tip jar saying, peacefully and patriotically, just like in Portland. Yes, exactly, just like in Portland. Whoops, I was going to do one of those. Just like in Portland. Hi, Reese Donald, how you doing? So anyway, it's worth it to watch.
Got inside. Virtually every moment of his time inside the Capitol was caught on tape. The tapes show that Capitol Police never stopped Jacob Chansley. They helped him.
Not once.
They acted as his tour guide.
Oh, let's see. Is this door open? This door's not open. We'll have to keep going.
Capitol Police officers take him to multiple entrances and even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers.
Okay, so we've seen this whole part here. I don't know if there's any more that we haven't seen of this. Oh, wait. I do want you to see the rest of this because of the part after. So we'll have to watch this little section we've already seen again, because what comes after this is amazing, especially what Steve Schmidt says.
At least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob.
Touch me in the morning, then just walk away. Sorry.
Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down. Chansley understood that Capitol Police were his allies. Video shows him giving thanks for them in a prayer on the floor of the Senate. Watch.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for getting the inspiration needed.
Now wait till you hear this. Wait.
Contrast the reality of what Jacob Chansley did in the Capitol building on January 6th.
Now listen to how people talk about him. Because I didn't know. You know, it's funny. I didn't really pay attention to much what happened with him. All I knew is that he was in the group that was that was stopped by police, and they said, here's the rules, and you must remain peaceful. You can't destroy anything, right? And so then he's walking through. Now we know that he's been walking through the building, with police escort basically all the way around, not hurting anything, just walking around. Okay, now listen to this.
The indisputable facts recorded on video, some of which has never before been seen, with the depiction of Jacob Chansley that you've seen in the media for more than 2 years. He's a terrorist, they said. He should be killed.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Like, you burst into the United States, if he was dressed like bin Laden, would you have shot him?
Shoot him, Steve Schmidt says. And why would you say shoot him? Bubba, I see you up there. Why would you say shoot him? Well, because the depiction of him in juxtaposition to what was happening outside, to all the stuff going on outside, they've always put him or juxtaposed him to the violence that happened outside. And yet this guy, they've had all this surveillance footage of him. They know he really didn't do anything. Yes, did he yell when he was up in the balcony? Yes, he did. But they had footage of everything they did, and they were able to, they have face recognition technology and different timestamps where they can find people. They know exactly what this guy did as he went through the building. And the feds kept him in solitary confinement for 300 days until he accepted a plea deal and a guilty plea, because he's in fucking solitary confinement for a year. That's I would say that's cruel and unusual punishment for someone who is innocent until proven guilty. Don't you think? And yet, so he finally just said, okay, I'm going to plead guilty just to get out of this fucking solitary confinement. But what did he really do? Walked around the building with a police escort. Maybe shouted out sometimes. Said a prayer. And Steve Schmidt says,
should be killed.
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
Shoot him for what? For what? For yelling too loud? Just shoot that unarmed protester up there? Steve Schmidt, have you ever said that about riots in Portland or Kenosha or Detroit or Atlanta or New York City or, I don't know, New Jersey, Chicago, Tacoma, Seattle? Have you ever said that? Shoot him about protesters, Steve Schmidt? Oh, wait, you were a McCain. What do you call him? He was your McCain advisor. Oh, you just probably said, hey, start a war in a country that has very little to do with us. That's probably what you said. But shoot him. Brian Dunn, welcome. He wasn't even trespassing. He was escorted. Nah, technically, I don't know. He came in through the door that was broken open, but still. If police are escorting you and not trying to ask you to leave, well, then there's a problem. Shoot him, Steve Schmidt says. What a douchebag.
Like, you burst into the United States, if he was dressed like bin Laden, would you have shot him?
Shoot him. Shoot him. It makes you wonder who.
See, same police escorts. Guy still has a police guy followed him. Now, clearly, the police did not think he was a threat to anybody, or they would have taken him out. Yeah, they say, he's carrying this spear, this weapon. Oh, this thing that holding the flag here. That the guy who came in and said, you must remain peaceful. You can't vandalize anything. Huh.
The violent extremists here, not Jacob Chansley. And the video proves that. But you would never have known from the media coverage.
The people sitting in the chairs need to be sitting in a jail cell.
Chansley is in a jail cell.
Even Lindsey Graham. But Lindsey Graham hasn't seen this footage either.
If he was, in fact, committing such a grave crime, why didn't the officers who were standing right next to him place him under arrest? Until now, no one could even prove that.
That's a good question, Tucker. That's a good question. Thank you for asking the question, Tucker. So anyway, lots of people reacting to this. Since I don't have a lot of time left, I will I'll just go through reactions and not get to my other stories today. Trump reacted. Let's see. First of all, this is article in American Thinker. I'll leave this one out. It's an article saying Tucker Carlson debunks the Democratic hoax of deadly insurrection. Yes, that was their other thing. They had the talking point, deadly insurrection, with multiple police officers died from January 6th. When really the only people who died was Ashley Babbitt got shot, right? Which is really weird because she was unarmed, and even though she was going through a window, there were police officers behind her, and that guy still shot her in the neck. There was the other woman who was basically beaten to death. Can't remember her name, but she was pulled out of the tunnel. And then the one lady cop kept beating her with a baton while she was still on the ground. Oh, they claim she died from a heart failure or something. Yeah, she got beaten to death. And then there was one guy that died from a heart attack and, a couple of natural causes deaths, which, happened here and there. But those are the only people who died on January 6th, the deadly insurrection. Roseanne Boyland, she got beat to death. And there's footage of it. Now, if it ever comes to a point where they charge an officer with beating a woman who's already down and unconscious, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, though, because right now all these cases are taking place in Washington, D.C., and, it's good luck in Washington, D.C. But anyway, you can watch I think the full, let's see, is this the full clip? Tucker Carlson put the full clip on here. You can find that there, so it'll be easy to find. Donald Trump did chime in. Trump reacts to Tucker Carlson releasing January 6th footage with the quote, "Free at last." This is going to piss off some people who will take that for another speech. Former President Donald Trump reacted to Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson releasing new and unseen footage from the Capitol Hill riot that unfolded on January 6, 2021, which appears to portray a different picture than the one that former Speaker Nancy Pelosi painted. Throughout Tucker Carlson's segment on Monday, footage showed scenes that ran contrary to some of the narratives put forth by the likes of former Representative Liz Cheney and the January 6th committee by claiming that rioters had participated in an insurrection. One particularly jarring piece of footage actually appeared to show Jacob Chansley, a.k.a. QAnon Shaman, being calmly escorted by Capitol Police through the building. Anyway, Trump reacted. Where's Trump's reaction here? Oh, is it Donald Trump? Which Trump reacted? I thought it was Trump Sr. Oh, former President Donald Trump celebrated the segment, calling it one of the biggest scoops in U.S. history. Well, it wasn't a scoop. It's just unreleased footage from the January 6th committee. He said, his quote was, "The Unselect Committee was a giant scam and now has unequivocally been stamped as criminal fabricators of this most important day. Pelosi and McConnell failed on security. The police story is sad and difficult to watch. Trump and most others are totally innocent. Let them go free now." The former president also congratulated Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy for releasing the footage to Carlson. "A whole new and completely opposite picture has now been indelibly painted. The Unselect Committee lied. They should be prosecuted for their actions. Nancy and Mitch were a disaster on security. Thank you, Kevin and Tucker. Free at last." And then Donald Trump Jr. chimed in too, saying that the House Speaker showed courage for allowing this footage to be released and congratulated Tucker Carlson also. So those are in that article. Things that are trending related to this, by the way, Bubba says, what was Robert Barnes' lawsuit for $3 trillion against Pfizer covered already? No, I have not seen that. I'll have to look at that later because I'm running out of time. So other things trending. Elon Musk also weighed in, apparently. Elon Musk torches House January 6th committee for misleading the public, withholding evidence. Deeply wrong. Now, I haven't even seen this. Let's see if it's if there's a video. Let's see. Fox News, Elon Musk torches House committee. Is it let's see. Is it a video? Let's find out. Or is that just a slideshow? I don't know. Okay, it's not playing the video. Holy God, what the hell? No, I don't have, oh, I see. You can play it I'm not going to log into Xfinity for this. Anyway, good God, what a pain in the ass. Let's just read it. Elon Musk took to Twitter on Tuesday morning to criticize several lawmakers that sat on the House committee investigating the Capitol riots on January 6th, accusing them of misleading the public, responding to someone else's tweet that accused former Representative Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, along with Congressman Adam Schiff, of being liars.
Why the fuck you lying?
Musk affirmed the lawmakers were guilty of withholding evidence and said their actions were deeply wrong. Besides misleading the public, they withheld evidence for partisan political reasons that sent people to prison for far more serious crimes than they committed, Musk wrote. He added, that is deeply wrong legally and morally. So there it is there. That's his reaction. Lots of other people talking about this, though. It wouldn't be a show if I didn't mention Ed Krasenstein, but unfortunately this reloaded, so I'm not going to get stuck with it. Tom Fitton says from Judicial Watch, thank you Speaker McCarthy and Tucker Carlson for beginning to end the Pelosi and Garland DOJ January 6th cover-up. Every member of her January 6th rump committee, I don't know what that means, should be the subject of an ethics investigation and immediate removal from all House committees. There's an idea. Let's see. Tom Elliott. Filmmaker Ken Burns. All of these bills. Okay, wait a minute. All of these bills that DeSantis and others are doing limit our ability to understand. It feels like a Soviet system, or the way Nazis would build a Potemkin village. Tucker Carlson is doing the same thing with the footage from January 6th. What? Wait a minute. Oh, he's slamming. Oh my God. So he's going to, okay, because you know how the Democrats like to use the word or the term, the big lie, which is actually literally Nazi propaganda. That's something Hitler used to do. That Ken Burns saying Tucker Carlson is, oh, wait, let's listen to this. I got to hear this.
Moved enough to write about this bill and what's going on with the whole idea of critical race theory and not.
Okay, he's talking about something else. Let's see. Oh, Adam. Okay, let's see how this comes out in Twitchy. Adam Kinzinger accusing Tucker Carlson of lying about J6 footage goes very, very wrong. Oh, Adam Kinzinger! He got into this. Wait a minute. Here it is. So we all knew Adam Kinzinger would be out there doing his best to make Tucker Carlson look like a liar so he wouldn't be held accountable for the part he played in the January 6th committee. But this is just pathetic. Even for him, we suppose we should just be grateful he's not picking a fight with a cat or crying over a cartoon. What a knob. Here it is. Adam Kinzinger. I hope a lot of people take every one of Tucker Carlson's false assertions and ask Speaker McCarthy if he agrees. He cannot skirt away from answering. It appears Fox News is continuing to knowingly lie to its viewers. Interesting. That's very interesting. And then what he's really saying is he hopes the media does its job and works very hard to discredit the people who are trying to tell the Americans the truth about what really happened. Oh, and this little dig at Speaker McCarthy, he's worried about anything the media might throw at him. It's not like the mainstream media are ever Republican friendly. So this guy, Josh Ludgum, he's one of those paid Democratic Twitter fuckwads. So the argument by Tucker Carlson is that Hawley did run from the mob, but other people were running too, so the video was a lie. This is the best he could come up with. Oh, you made it sound like he was the only one running. It was the Capitol Police directing the Congress critters to get out of that space and go to another space quickly. That's why they were running. You bitch. And then Kinzinger replies, yes, lots of people were running that day because of, the violence and things. Oh, was the violence in the Capitol? I'm just not sure. Anyway, so Cat Turd just posts this. You gotta love a guy calls himself Cat Turd. Anyway, and you lied. Was it considered Was it considered midget tossing when you got thrown the hell out of Congress? Which assertion is false? Name one. People are asking. Apparently a lot of people, he got ratioed the fuck out of Twitter for this day. Look at the footage. You only see what you want to see. You do your job whether you like the outcome or not. Well, here's the problem. He's no longer employed in the Congress, the House of Representatives of the United States of America. So he got ratioed to hell. He is also, let's see, anything. Oh, this is Tucker Carlson. Oh, wait. Senator Schumer went down to the Senate floor this morning to condemn Tucker Carlson's January 6th tape segment last night, call for Fox News and Rupert Murdoch to stop Tucker Carlson releasing another report on the January 6th tape. Oh, why don't you want to see this? You should want to see this. You should want the truth out of Congress. Here's Chuck, the smarmy prick from New York, Schumer.
Last night, millions of Americans tuned into one of the most shameful hours we have ever seen on cable television.
Oh, shameful.
With contempt for the facts, disregard of the risks,
don't.
Knowing full well he was
I need my crying towel.
Lying to his audience.
Lying to his audience, showing
Fox
video
News host
footage.
Tucker Carlson ran a lengthy segment last night arguing the January 6th.
I'm glad that the Senate has nothing better to do than talk about Tucker Carlson.
Into the waters of conspiracy and cherry picking from thousands.
Oh, wait a minute. Cherry picking? Cherry picking? Oh, is that like selectively editing? Is that what that's like? Cherry picking. Chuck, what do you think the January 6th committee did? And also, Chuck, you were one of those people who was at that memorial for Brian Sicknick, claiming that Brian Sicknick was killed by the January 6th protesters. Do you have anything to say about that, Chuck? You lying, smarmy prick from New York.
Hours of security footage. Mr. Carlson told the bold-faced lie that the Capitol attack, which we all saw with our own eyes.
Oh, yes, you've seen all the footage that exactly how people wanted you to see it.
No, not an attack at all.
He didn't. Oh, that's a lie. He did not say it was an attack. He called it a riot, which it was what it was. He did not say it was not an attack at all. And in fact, he showed footage of things that were absolutely wrong. And he called them, what did he call them? Hooligans? He called them, he said something else. I don't know. When he oh my God, you're lying, Chuck. Of course, you didn't see it.
He tried to argue it was nothing more than a peaceful sightseeing tour.
No, he did not say it was nothing more than a peaceful sightseeing tour. But some people who went through the building treated it that way. You lying piece of shit.
Can you imagine?
You lying piece of shit.
A nonviolent demonstration. A perfectly fine and appropriate instance of people expressing their opinion.
Never said any of that. He never said any of that. Oh my God, he is just lying.
So many others who were here in the Capitol.
I'm offended.
And millions of Americans are just furious. With Tucker Carlson and Kevin McCarthy. Today. Many of my staff were here at the Capitol on January 6th. Their lives were put in danger.
Were they? How?
As were the lives of many of my colleagues.
How?
As well as police.
How were you in danger? How were their lives put in danger? Please explain it. Be very specific how your lives were in danger. There were no weapons. No one was shooting anybody. Not one, nobody had any guns. Nobody had anything. The people who got inside, did they hurt anybody? Did they fight with police inside the building? Did they damage any property in the building? I think one lectern maybe got broken. Someone stole Nancy Pelosi's laptop. That's fucked up, but they shouldn't have done that. They should be in jail for that if they get caught. What are you talking about, Chuck? Smarmy prick from New York?
Maintenance staff, reporters, countless others.
How? How were they really? Their lives were put in danger? Oh, wait, I know. They almost got, a couple of police officers almost got shot by another officer after they shot at an unarmed protester trying to go through a window. Oh, yeah, there was somebody put in danger. The person they killed and the person standing behind the person they killed.
I was within 30 feet of the rioters.
Who was?
One of them, I was told, shouted out, "Let's get him."
Oh, you were told someone said, "Let's get him." You were told. Really? Chuck, when were you within 30 feet of the rioters? When? Let's find that on the video footage. 30 feet. That's from here to the other side of my basement.
Before my detail pulled me away.
Oh no, this was one of the officers.
Direction. To say January 6th was not violent.
He didn't say it wasn't violent. That's a lie. He did not say it was not violent, Chuck. You're lying.
A lie, pure.
You're lying that he said it was not violent. Holy shit. You are lying, saying that he said it was not violent. He didn't say that at all. He said it wasn't only violent. The people inside the building didn't commit any violence. But he certainly didn't dismiss the violence outside the building. And in fact, he condemned people who were attacking police officers.
And simple.
You lying piece of shit.
I don't think I've ever seen a primetime.
You clearly didn't see it because otherwise you would know that you're lying your ass off.
Anchor manipulate his viewers the way Mr. Carlson did last night. I don't think I've ever seen an anchor treat the American people.
Holy shit, Chuck, you're lying.
With such disdain. And he's going to come back tonight with another segment.
Yes.
Fox News should tell him not to.
Oh, because you don't want to see it.
Rupert Murdoch, tell Carlson not to run a second segment of lies. You know it's a lie. You've admitted it's a lie. And Speaker McCarthy is every bit as culpable as Mr. Carlson.
Holy shit.
Speaker McCarthy's
You're lying your ass off.
To share security footage with Fox looked like a mistake from the very beginning. But after last night, it looks like a disaster.
Okay, he goes on longer. I'm not going to listen to this. I'm going to listen to some other times. I'm out of time, and I really want to get to some other reactions. Nancy Pelosi's also trending. This is Nancy Pelosi that staged this during this. It's almost like she had it planned because she had a TV crew with her. Here's Nancy Pelosi on that day.
And that's what this is all about.
Now look, notice this footage right here. These are just people walking. What does this footage show you? This is in the street. These are people marching to the Capitol where they had a permit on part of the grassy section of the Capitol to hold their rally. They had a federal permit. So these are the people on their way. What does this tell you? It doesn't tell you anything other than that these are the people marching, right?
Secret Service said they have dissuaded him from coming to Capitol Hill. They told him they don't have the resources to protect him here. So
just happen to have a Capitol crew.
Oh, he comes, I'm going to punch him out. This is my moment.
I would pay to see
I've
that.
been waiting for this, for trespassing on the Capitol grounds. I'm going to punch him out, and I'm going to go to jail, and I'm going to be happy.
Oh, Nancy. So she's trending just because people are saying that she's a lying whatever piece of shit. By the way, here's a picture of Nancy Pelosi's son-in-law, Michael Voss, who took a picture with Jacob Chansley on the Capitol steps right before Chansley was escorted by the Capitol Police through the building. I'm very curious if that's actually Nancy Pelosi's son-in-law. I don't know if that is, but that's interesting. And, here's Nancy Pelosi, January 6th. Oh, this is Nancy Pelosi's words about who merchandised a smear on the January 6th Americans at the Capitol. Pelosi's daughter, of course, and the January 6th committee. Pelosi's own words: you demonize, you smear somebody with falsehoods, and the rest you merchandise it. Here it is.
You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic.
Huh.
And it's
the ones Democrats use very well, and the media is on their side to publish anything they say. So other things that are trending, I'll leave them in the links. Adam Kinzinger is trending because he's a lying piece of shit, of course, and so he's in there. And then also Josh Hawley is trending because a lot of people are talking about his him supposedly running away from the protesters. Oh, you mean the Capitol Police directed everyone in that Congress room to run this way, so they all ran that way? But oh no, it was Josh Hawley running for fear of his life after he gave him a fist, right? And then also Ashley Babbitt's trending, which of course is not surprising. So, because anytime January 6th trends, so does Ashley Babbitt. The only other things I had in the links today, DHS employees fear their agency is breaking the law with domestic intel programs, and an article from Illegal Insurrection. So right now they're attacking that so-called cop city down in Atlanta. Remember the guy shot a police officer and he was killed, and then they started rioting in Atlanta and breaking shit. And then they this weekend they started their whatever something action, right? And then so they firebombed some of the site and whatever. Well, apparently only 2 of the 23 suspects, this article will be in the links, only 2 of the 23 suspects charged with domestic terrorism in the Cop City attack are from Georgia. So a lot of these people are not even from Georgia. The officials say around 5:30, dozens of protesters left nearby South River Music Festival, changed into black clothing, and entered the site of the controversial proposed police training center. This was a very violent attack that occurred this evening, a very violent attack. Video released by Atlanta Police shows what appears to be fireworks aimed at officers. In the same video, you can see the shit burning, right? Only 22 of the 23 suspects charged with domestic terrorism over the ambush on March 5th in an attack connected to Antifa. Almost all of them from out of state, with 2 of them coming from France, and one from France and one from Canada. So these are Antifa assholes from around the country and around the world joining to protest some shitbag who shot police getting shot. So I feel bad for the shitbag because he's dead. I would rather have him go to court and, maybe meet with Bubba in prison. But, whatever. Also, a Southern Poverty Law Center attorney is also among the group charged with domestic terrorism for rioting against the Atlanta police facility. Oh, so sad. Jurgens is a staff attorney with the Southern Poverty Law Center's Economic Justice Project and obtained his law degree from the University of Georgia. So he's one of the 2 that were from Georgia, at least. Boy, oh boy, what a web we weave. And on that note, I got to go because I'm out of time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on the Morning Night Live today, this lovely Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please, before you go, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button on YouTube, hit the like button on Rumble, share the stream on both platforms. I know it's over, but you can still share it. It helps so much when you do. And if you are watching on a replay, put a comment in the comment section on either side of the ledger. What do you think about all this stuff, this Tucker Carlson footage that we watched today? Do you think Tucker Carlson is just selectively editing and lying? Or do you think that possibly the January 6th committee lied their ass off? Anyway, that's it. If you want to sponsor the show, 24 hours a day, pdognight.live. That's the Streamlabs link. I'll always read the messages on the show. YouTube Super Chats, Venmo, Cash App in the description down below. Thanks, guys. I got to go. My name is P Dog Night, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Hey, this is P Dog Night, and thank you for watching today on the P Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P. Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.